Dune, 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 shh, shh, dune, 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 shh, shh, dune, 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 dune. Hello, it's Donkey Boy here. It's part of my new area for GDAT, the realm of reviews. Dun dun. And as you can see by the case here, our first film will be The Usual Suspects. Da, 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 da. This is personally one of my favourite films. To come with a review, I've brought a tagline. Hey, everyone loves a good tagline. It follows a police line, which is usually the end for crime, but in this case, it is only the beginning. Okay, before we start the actual review, let's get some key information out of the way. Released in 1995, budget of $6 million US. The producing studio was Polygram Film Entertainment, rated an 18, with a running time of 102 minutes approximately. The director was Bryan Singer, cast Gabriel Byrne, Kevin Spacey, Chaz Palminteri, and Stephen Baldwin. The plot outline: when a weapons transport is hijacked and the NYPD have no leads, they bring in the 5 most notorious criminals in the city, unknown to the feds. This meeting will lead to an even more serious and devastating crime, being coerced by the devil to stop a dope deal worth $91 million. Now the review itself. Usually when a new crime thriller is released, it's the same old story, but for The Usual Suspects it had to change. When I first saw the trailer, the film didn't appeal me to that much. So as far as I could see, there was little action, but I was mistaken, because when the action did come in, it was a full-fledged war zone. It's similar to Reservoir Dogs, which is also one of my favourite films of all time, in the ways that say it's the 5 best criminals, the biggest heist of their lives, and if they pull it off, they would be sorted for life. As I said, that both heist films both retain mystery and complex storylines which would only be revealed in the grand finale. No matter how good a detective someone is, they wouldn't be able to figure out either of these films. Now to the actors themselves. Kevin Spacey plays Verbal Kint. He was a great choice for the part because he conveys a lot of emotion very realistically throughout the film, especially when Cujon is questioning him about whether Keaton is Soze. It makes us feel some sympathy for him because he's sobbing his eyes out. Also, he can show fear towards Soze when he asks why he didn't shoot him when he had a clear shot. Verbal replies with fear, "How do you shoot the devil in the back? What if you miss?" Now, for me, this is one of the greatest lines in the entire movie. It sort of sums up what Kaiser Sose is to the criminal underworld, what they think of him, and it also sort of shows the fear that Sose has over everyone. The review continues. Ethan Keane is one of the main characters of the film. He's a big-time criminal now turned to a peaceful lover to a high-end lawyer. This role is played by Gabriel Byrne, and is played very well indeed. He can go from being extremely passionate about not killing people to about not giving a crap to who he kills in a very short amount of time. In my opinion, one of the highlights from this film was the end sequence, because not only does it use brilliant cinematic techniques, as I'll talk about in a minute, it also reveals a dramatic twist to the end of the film. I also like that scene because it has all of the film questions and make us think what really happened. Also, it contains some of the most tense parts in the film. In The Usual Suspects, a lot of cinematic techniques are used. They are used most for effect in the end sequence though, and these techniques and brilliant scripting make it the best scene of the film. At this point, Verbal takes off and leaves the station with a tracking shot following him out of the station. The camera then goes back to Cujon in the office drinking coffee. He then looks over the evidence board behind him, and then drops his coffee mug and we see it fall in slow motion. The camera then goes over the board with audio captions and quotes. Verbal said earlier, Verbal is limping on the street and Cujon is trying to run after him. When we see Verbal get into a car next to Cujon and gets close, which zooms out into a medium shot, so we can see Verbal drive round the corner with Cujon still trying to spot him. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the greatest films I have ever seen, and I would rate it out of 5 stars, 5. Now, hopefully I'll be doing some more reviews in the future. See ya.